Celestial Vegeta was defeated. Both Goku and Vegeta are dead now. The Grand Priest has initiated the destruction of Universe 7. Several galaxies have already been destroyed in the meantime, with countless races being exterminated. At the rate things are going right now, it would only take about another 30 minutes before everything about Universe 7 is returned to nothing but a single point, the singularity. Unfortunately, no one there could do anything about it. Omni Goku and Omega Vegeta fought to their deaths. Broly tried as well, but instantly got incapacitated, and Gohan and Piccolo have accepted their fate. This looks like the end this time. But just when about 70% of Universe 7 was destroyed, a certain someone emerges before them. It's the Dragon God Zalama, and he has made an appearance for the first time in 7 million years. Now, what will the fate of Universe 7 be? What is this proposal Zalama wishes to speak of, and what will happen to Goku and Vegeta now that they're both dead? Well guys, I gotta say, this has probably been one of the most amazing pieces of content I've had the pleasure of doing and putting out for you. But after 12 editions, it's about time part 13 wraps this up as we finally conclude our Dragon Ball Super God of Destruction Vegeta Saga What If. So for our big finale, let's try to get this video to 4,000 likes. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications, guys, because this is not gonna be our last What If. So I hope you all enjoyed, but without further ado, emergence strikes a chord in Piccolo. He's taken aback, simply surprised beyond words right now. Gohan is puzzled as well, with Broly still unconscious. The warriors of the 12th universe can't believe their eyes. It's been forever since they last saw him. "Brother, it's a pleasure to see you again," Karada expresses himself. "I'm glad you're well, Karada, though it seems you still haven't given up on reviving your universe," Zalama replies. "Indeed, but we were too foolish to consider the thought of crowning one of us as the new Omni King," Karada states. "I see. I'm glad you realized it before doing something irreversible. This young man here meddled with the ritual and has suffered an unimaginable level of psychological torture. That power isn't anyone's to meddle with," Zalama replies. "Hey Zalama, I didn't know you had a brother," the Grand Priest questions. "Well, no, we aren't actually blood related. It's a long story, but let's just say I was too moved by the circumstance of Karada's birth to just let him wither away. I decided to take him in. Well, that aside, Universe 7 sure has grown ever since I last saw it. I guess I should also pay Super Shenron a visit before we carry out this proposal," Zalama states. "Now wait, I'm not going to entertain any of your funny ideas. This universe will be destroyed. I'll also have to take a look at the other universes to see if they need purging as well or not. It's just been one thing after another," the Grand Priest says, with this razor-sharp look in his eyes. He definitely wasn't in the mood for some unfunny joke. "You seriously think I'll come all the way here after 7 million years just to make a joke? I am dead serious, man. This needs to happen," Zalama replies. "Well, let's hear it," the Grand Priest says. "I'll continue the destruction after I'm done with you, I suppose." Back during the first age of the multiverse, when it wasn't divided into different universes, I had a vision. I foresaw 7 universes. It seems now is the best time to realize that vision. Let's work together to create a new age, oh Grand Priest. It's about time each universe is given an equal status. Every universe should have a mortal level of above 7, Zalama firmly states. "Of all things, you chose this?" the Grand Priest replies, agitated. "Isn't that just your obsession with the number 7? It's absurd. 4 more universes will have to be erased after I'm done with this one. I won't destroy anything that doesn't warrant destruction, however. It's my duty as the mediator." "Calm down, hear me out first. It's not about destruction," Zalama states. "What I'm talking about is evolution. For now, we have Universe 1 and 12 as the 2 ultimate universes, 5 and 8 as the balanced universes, and then the rest." "What are you implying?" the Grand Priest asks. "Isn't it obvious? Let's merge each pair of universes together except 1 and 12. This way each universe will end up with a mortal level above 7, and there will be 7 in total. I also have a plan of evolving Super Shenron into Omni Shenron. Naturally, the 7 Omni Dragon Balls will be spread across the 7 universes. The multiverse will experience a terrific advance of mortal level. What do you say, am I a genius or what?" Zalama casually replies. Everyone who was witnessing this conversation was downright exasperated. The Dragon God was actually implying to manipulate the string nature and merge two entire universes together. This was insane. For once, even Whis was shocked beyond words. Same goes for the Grand Priest. He was about to reply ruthlessly, but then pauses and considers it for a moment. Such a sudden yet great change would more than make up for the instability caused by Goku and Vegeta. It's probably the best possible solution considering the current turn of events. The Grand Priest approaches Zalama, looks him right in the eye, and just bursts into laughter. Seeing this, Zalama grins. Gohan and Piccolo couldn't put this into words, but hearing Zalama's proposal and the Grand Priest's laughter, they suddenly felt an odd current run down their spines. A chemical reaction triggered inside their brains, telling them that there may still be a tomorrow for them, and for Universe 7. Alright, Zalama. Using that much energy would probably put me to sleep for millions of years. It's a tough decision to make, but still I suppose a better option than what I was considering. I guess I'll take care of the amalgamation. You go take care of good old Super Shenron. Guess Whis will be the one looking after Zeno-sama while I'm asleep, the Grand Priest states. Wait, Grand Priest, Zalama states. I feel bad for Zenith, but we can't have two Zeno-samas coexisting at the same point in time either. I humbly suggest the Potara fusion or the Omni Key will emerge right away once again, Zalama says. His words were intense. Everyone present could hardly hold their breath in his presence, and yet he was still making sure to make them choke with these heavy statements. Hearing this, the Grand Priest simply nods and faces towards the Zeno duo. Zeno-sama, I am sorry to impose, but would you be willing to become one with the future Zeno? It's necessary, the Grand Priest requests, his expression dripping with seriousness. As for Zenith, he was glad to see his younger brother just joking around while enjoying this chaotic battle. He recalls the legend of their early days before the current age of the multiverse. Zenith and Zeno used to have a lot of fun exploring different planets and playing games. Though as they grew older, Zenith developed an insane thirst for power and battle. He challenged strong individuals, and before long, he became so strong that he'd have to traverse through the universe just to find a worthy opponent. It was during this voyage that he came across Yamoshi. Little did he know that while he was away, however, Zeno was also growing at an insanely fast pace. His strength came from unparalleled innocence and naiveness. Unfortunately, Zenith was away for a long while, and we're talking about thousands of years here. During that time, he made worthy allies such as Amarak, Katara, and even Yamoshi, but also made a lot of enemies and destroyed hundreds of thousands of genuinely strong warriors. Though it wasn't just his own fault. It's safe to say he played a large role in lowering the mortal levels of a few universes. Eventually, the power of the Omni King emerged within a certain individual. That's right. That's when Zeno became the Omni King. Throughout the 18 universes, Zenith's brother seemed to have the perfect disposition to inherit this power. The multiverse required Zeno's childish naiveness to enter the new age. By the time Zenith returned to his home planet, it was already too late. The Grand Priest was there. In fact, he was the one who asked Zeno to test out the Omni Key. Right in front of him, his brother erased 6 entire universes. Katara's Universe 17 was erased, but he survived because he was originally a being who came from outside the multiverse to begin with. Amarak was a warrior of Universe 12 who had made plenty of genuine friendships with those in all of the neighboring universes, but seeing how they were all just wiped out, Amarak was decimated. As for Zenith and Zeno, their universe was 13. It was the first to be wiped out of existence. Zenith's consciousness alone survived the purging, not because he managed to figure out something at the final moment, but because he and Zeno had the same blood. That caused the discrepancy, which resulted in the total separation of his mind from his body. An empty shell remained behind. He couldn't do anything about it. Millions of years have passed at this point and he still can't do anything. Such is the fate of one revered as the Omni King, the single greatest authority in all of the universes. But unbeknownst to him, Zeno answers the Grand Priest's call quite calmly. Will it be interesting, Zeno asks. Yes, of course, I reckon. The multiverse will be entering the most interesting time period yet, the Grand Prix states. The two Zenos look at each other, do a high five, and prepare themselves for this fusion. Zalama presents them with the ultimate Patara earrings that he himself had on for whatever reason. Zeno takes one and future Zeno takes the other. The legendary fusion begins. Wait, it's been 5 minutes, Whis asks. Why haven't they come out of the fusion yet? Well, that's because anything involving Omni Key takes time to mature, Whis. In this particular case, I don't think Zeno-sama will come out of that fusion until we're done with the restructuring of the multiverse, the Grand Prix says. Meaning with this fusion, the multiverse was already changing. Now, I have one more favor to ask you, Zalama says. What is it, the Grand Priest replies. I'm going to revive these two Saiyans, he states. This angers the Grand Priest, however. Not a chance. Their existence alone will cause problems again. Why do you want to revive them? I have a Saiyan back there who seems to be itching for some good rivals. Besides, I was watching everything and began to take a liking to them. Don't worry, I'll be taking them back with me, Zalama states. Hearing this, the Grand Priest simply replies, Listen, Zalama, these two won't be revived. I have always been against the idea of revival. A death is a death. Plus, that Omni Key is still dormant within Goku's body. A revival would flip everything we've just done on its head. Though for old time's sake, I guess you may take their souls. I see. That's reasonable, Zalama replies back. Then, just as Gohan and Piccolo clench their fists in patience, Goku and Vegeta's soul emerge from nothing. Whoa, I thought I was really done there for a moment, Goku says. He looks around and catches Zalama. This encounter causes him to pause immediately. Hey, have we met somewhere before, he says? Oh yeah, you asked me for that wish back in the realm of nothing, remember? The wish to eat as much as you want? I gotta say, I wasn't expecting you to be so straightforward, Zalama says, laughing. Goku is thrilled after hearing this reply, as he does his usual thank you pose and asks, but who are you? You're giving off an aura just as intense as the Grand Priest. Vegeta was, of course, also there, just as puzzled, wondering how things worked out this way. Alright, I guess I could tell you. You too, Namekian, listen closely. This will change your understanding of the multiverse, Zalama states while glancing at Piccolo as well. In actuality, there are some realms that exist outside of the multiverse. Some folktales refer to them as higher dimensions or myths even, but they are indeed very real. First, we have the Angels realm, and then an anarchy of several different realms. The Grand Priest doesn't like this term, but I choose to call it Universe Zero. Naturally, Piccolo, Gohan, Goku, Vegeta, and of course Broly, who had just only regained his consciousness, are all baffled. Are there other strong people out there, Vegeta asks? Yes, very strong. Some of them are folks who were banished from the multiverse just for being too strong, Zalama says. There's also a Saiyan like you guys with an unusual beginning. I'll tell you, among all the opponents who have chosen to challenge me ever, he ranks among the top 5 at the very least. He's even stronger than that celestial form you guys used. Naturally, Vegeta is all ears when he hears the topic is Saiyans, and Goku and the others were listening just as closely as well. Wait, does that mean there's an entire Saiyan race in Universe Zero, Vegeta asks? Well, it's a long story, Zalama continues, but to put it simply, back when 6 universes were erased, there was a Saiyan named Yamoshi whose son was about to be born. It was a critical moment. His entire universe was about to be erased and he could intuitively feel the end. At that moment, all his thoughts were focused on how to make sure his son stays alive. That's when, just like you, Vegeta, Yamoshi instinctively used the reverse string entanglement technique and used it on his son. His universe was erased in that very instant, but his son Shishido miraculously popped up on a quiet planet in Universe Zero. It's been millions of years since he appeared, and you bet, he's a mutant when it comes to growing stronger, Zalama replies. I have to fight this guy, Goku says in the heat of the moment. Yeah, me too, says Vegeta. This causes Zalama to just burst into laughter. It's not every day that you see something so ironic. These two had just lost so miserably to the Grand Priest, and yet they were already looking for a new opponent. My hunch was right, you two are too interesting to just let wither away into nothingness, Zalama says. Well then, I have some business to take care of with Super Shenron, but let me just warp you two outside the multiverse. Let's see, how far will your ladder go, Zalama says. Goku faces Gohan one last time, pats his shoulder and says, Gohan, I guess this is our final goodbye. Studying is good, but don't forget to train your body, son. I leave everything to you now, Gohan. Take great care of your mother. Gohan gets goosebumps as Goku's words had the utmost sincerity. I declare this as your son, father. It doesn't matter if we merge with Universe 6, I, Gohan, will become the strongest warrior in this entire universe, Gohan sternly declares. I'm looking forward to it, Goku replies. What's this talk about merging with Universe 6? I didn't hear any of that, Vegeta expresses confused. Well, apparently Lord Zalama proposed the idea of merging the weaker pair of universes together, Piccolo answers. I'm not sure what that means, but it looks like we Saiyans will have a stronghold again. Saying this, Vegeta looks at Broly and he simply gives Vegeta a thumbs up. There was no need to say anything, their pride was already aware of each other's intentions. Vegeta also takes a glance at Gohan and is further reassured. Looks like the future is bright for us Saiyans as well, finally. Then, Zalama himself comes face to face with Piccolo. I can see it in your eyes, young man. You want to ask me a lot of things. Just know I am not nearly as spectacular as the myths may make me out to be. I am simply a remaining warrior from the ancient dragon race, and you, my friend, are one of the races who descended from me. Who knows? Maybe one day you'll create a dragon even greater than my creation, Zalama tells Piccolo. I'm glad I got the chance to see you, Lord Zalama. I am grateful, Piccolo expresses himself. Instead of kneeling or acting nervous, he returns Zalama's respect by respectfully looking him straight in the eyes as well. And just like that, Zalama is about ready to warp Goku and Vegeta's souls outside of the multiverse. Wait, Dragon God, where can I find this Shishido Saiyan you speak of? Vegeta asks. Well, it seems he's in the angel realm actually, Zalama replies, but I'd be careful trying to deal with him though, he can be a rowdy one, Zalama says. This statement gave Goku and Vegeta a new goal now, to seek and surpass Shishido, the son of Yamoshi. And to that end, their destination for now was the Angel's Realm. Though before they could be warped outside the multiverse, Vegeta faces the Grand Priest and states his final words. Listen, O Grand Priest, I will never forget this day. It doesn't matter if it takes 10,000 years or 1,000,000 years, I will come back and I will defeat you. That is an oath, a testament to my Saiyan pride, he says. Just like that, the two Saiyan warriors were on their way to Universe Zero, and they are about to be pleasantly surprised by the insane number of insanely strong individuals in this, for lack of better words, lawless cosmos. But that is a story for another time as we finally conclude our Dragon Ball Super God of Destruction and Vegeta saga What If, with everything turning out kinda alright besides Goku and Vegeta being banished outside of the multiverse. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I will for sure be doing more of these. This was so fun and it feels really good to just feel like you created something out of nothing, and then to have it come this far, words just can't describe how much I appreciate the support, guys. And stay tuned, because if this video does reach that 4,000 like goal, I will drop an entire epilogue for this series detailing things that happen afterwards, interactions with different characters, transformation explanations, and even a time skip. So if you guys are interested in that, you know what to do. Slam that like button. But like I said, I love you all. I appreciate you guys. This has been amazing, and I can't wait to start brainstorming the next one. But have a great day, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.